with the new Cheech and Chong movie coming out next month. Crazy that we're getting a new Cheech and Chong movie next month. I thought I would talk about the first Cheech and Chong movie. Actually, originally I was going to maybe start a review series reviewing all the Cheech and Chong movies, but I realized there's a ton of them, and a lot of them are mixed bags. But I wanted to at least talk about the first one, since this last one that they're putting out is, well, Cheech and Chong's last movie. So I really enjoyed this movie. I had never seen this movie before, just because, not really any particular reason, it just never happened. And what I really liked about this movie is this is a movie with absolutely no plot to it whatsoever, but it lives and breathes within itself. Like, this movie just kind of flows the way it wants to flow, goes the way it wants to go, and it doesn't give a shit. It is so funny. This movie is also kind of what become the template for what these stoner kind of comedies in the 70s would be and onward. But I think what's really fun about this movie, though, is, of course, our two leads have the greatest chemistry, like, ever. They're still famous as a duo, like, in real life, because of the amount of movies that they did, of course, and just the fact that they're just really that funny. They're to me, they're some of the greatest comedy legends. You know, they're up there with Bob Hope and Bing Crosby, right? And some of those other people, you know, you could think of. There's a few I'm thinking of right now, but, you know, I just want to name those two at least. But it's like their chemistry's great. But I think it is really crazy how there literally is no plot to this movie. Like, this movie starts with a couple gags, sit with Cheech at his house. Then he picks up Chong. And from there, they just kind of do stuff. And it leads to this, and it leads to that. There literally is no flow to it. The only thing there's just these two characters' personalities playing off each other. They do drugs, and there's music. That's the only things you really need to understand about this movie to really get it. It is just, it's one of those movies, it's either going to work for you or it's not, and it doesn't really give a shit whether you care. The music's great in this movie as well. A lot of great music talent here. It's got a great soundtrack to it. It's a super quick movie, too. It's only an hour and 25 minutes, which I feel like it's kind of crazy. Judd Apatow kind of had brought in this attitude with comedy movies, especially nowadays, that they need to be almost 2 hours or hour 50, hour 40. That's too long. Hour and a half, hour 25, perfect length for a comedy movie. You get in, you get out, you have a few laughs, it works, and this is one of the greatest examples of that. This is such a great movie. If you've never seen this movie, I was surprised how much I liked it, right? Because there are a lot of great comedy classics that I can laugh at and stuff fun with, but not like this. This literally, in some ways, feels like a movie made today, but also not, and it's kind of fascinating, and I really just had such a great time watching this. Still holds up. This is over a 50-year-old movie, I think, now, so if you've never seen Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, what a great movie.